I would like to welcome all of you to my Magical Secrets of Anti-Aging seminar. My name is Lamia, if you didn't already know, which you should, of course. And I'll be giving you a few tips and tricks that I've used over the many, many years to look and feel my very best. Now, I know that a girl isn't supposed to reveal her age, but I am proud of the fact that I am round about 553. Now, there may be a few years here and there that have gotten lost along the way, but that's a ballpark figure I'm sticking with. So now, just by a show of hands, how many of you have ever attended an anti-aging seminar or workshop, anything of that variety before? All right then, so not very many of you. Well, basically, throughout our little time together today, I'll be showing you some creams that I use, enchanted creams, of course, and kind of telling you a bit about the spells I've used, what's worked for me, what hasn't been as effective as I'd hoped, so that you can strive to look more youthful and refreshed in your day-to-day lives. Now, just to tell you a bit more about myself before we begin, when I was younger, I really didn't give too much notice to my skincare whatsoever. I went out in the sun and really did whatever I liked. I ate a lot of junk food, things like that. Didn't use the right skincare products. I didn't even know what a moisturizer was until I hit about 100. So, just to give you an idea, that all changed when I got my first wrinkle. I was about 125. The women in my family age very slowly, you see, especially those of us who are magically inclined. And I really was turned upside down by that little wrinkle. It was more of a crow's feet, I suppose you could say. But that kind of put me on a mission to do everything in my power to turn back the hands of time. Now, given that there isn't a fountain of youth, and not that I haven't tried, believe me, I've sent many brave knights to their doom looking for something even close to a fountain of youth. I haven't found a trickle. But there are a variety of things that you can do, given that you are magical practitioners, to kind of wipe away the visible appearances of aging. It also helps with your internal body chemistry and organs, things like that. Of course, if you have a heart that's 500 years old, well, you're not going to be able to do much with that now, are you? So the things that I'll be sharing here with you today also help with internal youth and age reversal. So the first thing I have here is a lovely cream, and it's actually made from unicorn tears. And don't ask me how they procure the unicorn tears, because, well, believe it or not, I am rather fond of those creatures, so I prefer not to know. I am told that no unicorns are made or harmed in the making of this product, so that's good to know. This one smells like rose and jasmine with just a hint of vanilla, so it does have a nice fragrance to it. You put it on just before you go to bed at night, and Well, it depends on how often you use it, but I've been using it for about 5 years now, and it's taken off about 6 decades, I'd say, from my appearance. Now you have to continually use it, or else it just won't be as effective as it should be. It is rather expensive. It is 5 gold pieces per container, per jar, and the jar usually only lasts about a month. But it's well worth it, particularly if you have more stubborn fine lines and wrinkles, kind of deeper inset crow's feet, laugh lines, things like that. It can definitely erase those quite quickly. Now, this is a tonic that I drink every day. This tonic is made actually by a variety of mermaids off the coast of Neverland. They are, well, in my opinion, the experts in anti-aging. They have a number of tips and tricks that they use every day to kind of maintain their beauty and their youth. So this one has a few different sea ingredients, seawater, of course, and then it has some algae. I believe it has a derivative of sea lotus in it, which is nice. And this one you just have a small thimble full every night before you head off to bed, and this is the one that kind of helps you with the internal anti-aging process. Now there is a recipe so that you can make this at home, but it is very hard to get the ingredients because many of them anyway, are from Neverland. So you would have to ship everything in, specifically imported in. So it becomes a bit tricky in that regard. So usually I just buy it myself. I have it shipped to me just in the bottle already. Now this bottle is only 3 gold pieces, and it lasts me about 3 months. So it definitely is well worth every penny. Let's see here. This is an ointment in a little wooden container. I love this container. It's so lovely. Has a little etching here. This one is an ointment that you apply directly to your under eyes, and it helps to eliminate dark circles, bags, any swelling that you may have. This is particularly useful if you've had a rough night, or if you've been a bit restless. This one can magically erase any aging area around the eye for about 24 hours, and it takes off about 25 years. So it's definitely good if you're having a party or a meeting, an interview, things like that. I know that I usually put it on before I have my coven meeting, and it does the trick. I get many compliments about how refreshed and revitalized I look, so I definitely count on this little miracle ointment every now and again. I try not to use it too much because it does have some side effects. Sometimes afterwards, after you clean it off, or after it's fully absorbed, it can make the area look a bit pinkish, which I don't care for, but if you use it sparingly and not too frequently, it'll be good. Let's see here. This is another tonic I have. This one you don't drink, you actually pour over your hair. And many people overlook their hair when they're doing their anti-aging regimen, but the hair is one of the quickest things that'll give your age away. If it's artificially colored, it can look too unnatural, and automatically people will know that you are trying to hide something. So this one actually reverses your hair color back to the hair color you had round about when you were 25 years old. So, and it looks completely natural. It's not ashy or too brightly colored, too vibrant, anything like that. I use it every day. You do have to use it every day to get the full effect. This tonic comes with a 5-month supply, and it's only 4 gold pieces, so it's one of the most cost-efficient ways to ensure that your hair looks amazing. Now, I do have a few spells here that I would like to share with you. If you'd all pick up the books that I supplied you on your table here. Now, you can take all of these books home with you. It's part of your Wicked Wisdom Seminar tuition, so entry fee. Now, if you look on page 59, there is a spell here that essentially steals a year of life from someone else. Now, this one is very tricky to cast, and it has to be a very specific person that you cast it upon. The person, even though we are more of wicked magic practitioners, there is a line that must be drawn, and this particular spell must be cast on someone who has done an evil deed in the past year. So there are, certain guidelines that we have to follow, which makes sense if you think about it. Then on page 67, this is a good one if you need a kind of a magical aging masking spell. You cast it and it makes you look a particular age. You can choose the age when you cast the spell itself. It can't be anything too drastic, though. For instance, you can't take on the appearance of a child or a baby or anything of that nature. But this lasts round about 3 hours, and it will start wearing off gradually at the 3-hour mark. So you do need to be careful about that. Make sure you're not in the midst of a party or a gathering and you start showing your age. And let's see here. This last one here on page 99. This particular spell is most effective if you practice nature-based magic already. It allows you to draw the energy from a natural object, such as a tree or a flower, and essentially take a bit of youth from it. Now, it depends on what you take the youth or the energy from. For instance, a flower might only make you look a day younger, but a tree or something larger like that, it might give you a year. So it all depends. And there's also a chart in the book here that will allow you to kind of see the different energy values of the natural objects that you typically encounter. All right. So that's it for that. The last thing I would like to share with you is I do have my own line of skincare products. The one that I would like to show you now is actually a serum. And this serum, you apply it, a layer of it, when you wake up in the morning, just a thin layer. It's very silky. It's an oil-free formula. It's more water-based. It's natural plant extracts and essential oils. And essentially what it does is it tones your skin, and it amplifies any aging spells that you are currently doing or any other products that you're using. For instance, if you've cast a spell to look 25, it will also help you to achieve glowing, radiant skin, and it will make the effects of the spell last much longer. So it's more of an amplification product, but if you use it on its own, it will definitely make you look glowing and help with your complexion. So, and if you're interested in that, I do have those at the back of the room. They're only 2 gold pieces per container, and it's a 30-day supply. If you use it daily, that is. So, are there any questions? No? All right. Well, I'll be at the back of the room again for any questions, or if you have any concerns, anything of that variety that you'd like to speak to me about privately. And I hope you all enjoyed the seminar, and I look forward to seeing you around the convention. All right.